episode 188. Welcome into the Bench is Clear podcast, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. I am Jesse Gutierrez, and I represent the side of the San Francisco Giants, who just got so much better.
And I'm representing the Dodgers side that have a major breaking news too. Shohei Ohtani is pitching tomorrow versus the Padres. Maybe it's just one inning, maybe two, but he's back. And this is awesome. And yeah, I guess somebody got traded, I guess somebody solidified themselves as second place or something, I guess. Something like that. I don't know. Jesse will tell you.
Well, it's for us to do an emergency podcast after a Dodger Giants series and to not even like the series isn't even in the title. The series is almost a footnote in this whole thing. Like this is the most insane thing that could happen on both sides. I mean, do we talk about the series? Do we almost get this out of the way really quick?
You lost the series. You lost the series. We had a bet, so now I have to figure out what song you're gonna.
Yeah, you didn't even think of anything, so I could just say no to anything. Honestly,
this was the first time that you guys were finally going to show us that you're good.
Right.
The same thing happened with the Padres. You guys lost 2 out of 3 that series. Now you come into this series, the very first time you played the Padres.
Oh, yeah.
And then you do the same thing here. You win the first one. You think you get, you need the audacity of you tweeting out from the account after the aid that you got from that horrendous umpire.
You're better than
series.
That. Dave, you're better than that. Don't go down this route. Don't go down this route. You're better than that.
The whole damn series, they were on your side, man. Even today, clearly the ball's over the plate. Clearly the guy struck out. Very next pitch, a home run. All right, cool. Awesome.
You're better than that.
But the fact that you flaunted it and we're like, you know what? You know what's on my shit list now? Casey Schmidt.
Oh, Casey Schmidt. Father to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
He flaunted a grand slam that should have never had happened. There should have been 2 outs. They should have never existed.
Why? What happened? No. Let's go back to how you love position players pitching.
What does this have to do with Casey Smith? I'm not there yet. I'm talking about the first grand slam.
How do you not pimp that one?
He pimps it. It was like, dude, you needed 2 extra outs. Put your head down and go run. You literally were handed more outs. All right. So I don't want to freaking hear it. And then you do it against Geek.
You're an old man yelling at the clouds right now.
You do it against Geek and you think you did something. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
I feel like when Rojas hit the home run off Logan Porter, I was like, this is so dumb. I was like, but I was
that tells you how bad you have to be to give a home run to Rojas. Because Geek was he got a strike. He had 2 outs before everything went to shit with him. But he did get 2 outs. And to give a home run to Rojas, I know he's on my team, but come on, man.
Logan Porter, back the 5th string catcher for the Giants. Just a lot of catching injuries. That kind of happens. Isn't that kind of crazy? You feel like you have a lot of catching depth, right? They kind of like Kinsler. They like Max Stassi. But they also, obviously, they have Patrick Bailey, pitch framing extraordinaire. And then they had Sam Huff. They wanted to shake things up. They like Kinsler, so they brought up Kinsler, right? You bring up Kinsler, and then all of a sudden Patrick Bailey gets hurt. Oh, you can just call Sam Huff back up. Turns out Sam Huff is injured. Oh, they actually really like Max Stassi. What's going on with Max Stassi? He's injured too. So now we got Logan Porter as our backup catcher right now. So
you're basically insane. The Dodgers of catchers when it comes to the IL.
The pitching to catching. That's
you guys ruin catchers. Good to know. But anyway, so the first game was completely aided by the umpire, and I will not.
Oh, you're so much better than that. Win. Don't be that guy.
And then the second game, the Dodgers had to embarrass you. They had to put the foot down.
I don't know what happened against Landon Roop. Roop is having a really good year this year. So
I remember you saying that. So I don't know what happened there, but he just got ambushed. And it was that meme with the guys on the couch and Roop in the middle. He just got annihilated.
Well, you're the meme extraordinaire. You could just pop one out really quick. Come on, what's going on?
And then we had today,
Soft on me?
Dustin May, the most consistent pitcher in the world. He could be great and he could be just as bad. Then again, he's also coming back from his first year since the surgery, but gave you a solid 6 innings, 3 runs. Yeah, I mean, offense came to life late and they won it. You know, I said it, man. They'd be lucky to win one game, right? And they did. One game. Good for them.
Here's the thing.
Next time, let's hope that they have good umpires and they call it fairly. Because every report after that.
Gosh.
Every
do I have to be
that
guy? Listen, the pitch that Kirby Yates threw was legitimately touching the corner. Like, I get it. It was a strike. I'm not denying it was a strike. But at the same time.
So then it's over. The conversation ends there. It was a strike.
Right there. Look,
there. You have to sympathize.
That happens both ways.
You have to sympathize with us. We saw Les Diaz give a masterclass when we played the Padres. He was terrible.
Don't do this.
Don't
be that
Adam
guy.
Adam Beck needs to get his eyes checked because he was umpiring with a blindfold on.
You're right. The whole world is against the Dodgers. The $1 billion Dodgers. Everyone just wants them to lose, huh?
But whatever. Let's talk about what everybody wants to know. The trade, right?
Well, hold on.
I just have one thing to say about it before we go there.
Hold on before we get to the trade. All right. I think something needs to be said about this series here.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see. Let's hear it.
Casey Smith is your daddy. Back-to-back games with the Grand Slam. I don't care as a position player. You put him in. That's your fault. Don't blame me. That's your fault.
Okay, Trevor Plouffe. So you're against it when it's annoying, but you're for it.
Oh no,
when it benefits you.
I was 100% against.
You're even flaunting the Grand Slam right now. You know what I mean?
No.
So
stop talking about both sides. You're gonna put the guy in. That's on you. I mean, what do you say? You're supposed to give him a strikeout?
I'm not the one that's against it.
I'll be honest.
Whatever.
I don't know. I that whatever. All right, but I'll be honest with you. Today's game, when we found out that Kye Harrison was part of the trade and he wasn't pitching, and it was like a last-minute bullpen surprise, I was fully expecting a blowout. I was fully like a blowout. I was expecting it to be another 11-2 game, and the Dodgers win. So the fact that it was a close game and we were even up for a little bit, I almost was like house money because I knew Rafael Devers is coming tomorrow. So I don't want to say I'm okay with it, but at the same time, if there's ever a time to be okay with losing a series to the Dodgers, it's today. So
it's never okay to lose the series to your rival, dude.
It's okay. You know what? If I got a series loss
about the trade, but you know what's going to happen? I will remember this, and all the people because I've read the comments.
Take a picture, write it down. I don't give a fuck.
It's okay that we lost. I actually don't even care about the loss. Well, when we play again and we play you against Devers and you still lose, it'll be funny. Maybe you'll care then. But
Snell is back, and you have no pitching excuses. And Rafael Devers is a splash hit lefty on lefty into the cove.
We have like one lefty starter, right? Just Snell. Oh well, no, Kershaw. But the funny thing is that you beat our ace, and then you lost to two. You lost to 2 fifth starters, and Kershaw just cooked you guys, man.
I don't know.
Like, I know I've been talking a little bit of crap on Kershaw because he hadn't been pitching well before, but man, he turned back the clock and said, "I hate the Giants, F the Giants," and man, he just went to work.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was a crazy outing. That was awesome.
I was highly disappointed, especially because he just got so much confidence, with what was it, early 6-0?
Yeah.
So you can't get upset. I was actually really rooting for a second Grand Slam in that game too, because how funny would that tweet would have been? Giants hit back-to-back 2 Grand Slams in an inning and lose 11-8. That would be pretty funny. So anyways, yeah, I feel like it is time for the trade talk, but it feels like everyone here wants to talk about one thing.
That's right. Shohei Ohtani, dude. Back on the mound, dude. By the way, the tickets are like ridiculous right now. Like
really?
As soon as they found out, the tickets have gone ridiculously high. But
you bought tickets yesterday you're you're over the moon because they you got them at the deal price.
That happened to us, dude. We bought tickets. We're like, hey, let's go watch the Lakers play. Like they LeBron's out or whatever it was. We're like, let's just go watch them play I forgot who it was. And we're like, let's just go watch them play them. It's cool.
Right.
Well, Luka was traded to them and he made his debut like that day. They're like, he might make his debut on Saturday. And we're like, damn, it was so close. Whatever, it's cool.
We're almost there.
We'll be there for a second game or whatever. And they're like, oh, you know what? We're gonna push it back a little bit to the point that we went that game and he debuted that game. So whoever's out there who had tickets for tomorrow, that's like the best surprise ever. You're gonna get to see Shohei pitch. That's awesome.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't plan it better than it happened. So, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Shelly.
The league is cooked, man. He's coming back. The league is cooked.
Who said that? It was so. Mail. Thank you so much for the contributions. I don't think the league is that cooked because I think what they were saying is Shohei Ohtani is just going to be pretty much being an opener, at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure you can say cooked, especially since he's just coming back from Tommy John, which probably means he's not going to be that good.
First of all, I don't know what has given you any information to doubt this man. Every time he sets his mind to do something, he does it in the most amazing way possible. In the playoffs, he hit a home run. It's, to tie the game. Like every time the moment calls for this guy, he steps up. So I don't know if he's gonna strike out the side or anything, but he's not gonna go out there and just be ass. Like, let's be real. He's gonna go out there and be amped. And
I
he's probably gonna look really good.
Just use that clip. He's not gonna go out there and just be ass and then show his pitching line and then just put it like a big booty with that thing. How ass is Shohei Ohtani? Big booty.
As long as Adam Beck, Las Diaz, or whoever the hell was back there today, CB Buckner, as long as they're not in the series, we're okay. You should be getting calls.
Oh my! You're better than that. Don't be that guy. Don't be. I think it was Carlos Rodon's wife. I think her name is Ashley. Don't be Ashley Rodon. All right, where you're just posting the box, the strike zones all day. Don't be that guy. All right, it's usually what happens both ways.
And I'll call it. And I'll call it out. If it's bad both ways, I'll call it, dude. I just want some consistency. If you're gonna be bad for one side, then be bad for both.
I'm pretty sure
when you give some. That's the only way freaking Logan Webb beats us. By the way, I hate. I hate when Logan Webb gets like 2 inches off the plate, and then he has the audacity to be mad at a pitch that was way outside and be like, "That's a strike, dude. That's a strike."
It was pretty bad. I really I was dying when they panned the camera to Dave Roberts and he was like, "Hi." Oh gosh.
Sometimes I know it doesn't do anything. It just fires up the fans. But I'd like for Roberts to just get thrown out when you're getting those calls against you so badly. Like, just go and do it. But he does this thing where he does this stare like he's your dad. And like he wants you to know that he's disappointed, And it's like, That's not going to do anything, Roberts.
I feel like Dodger fans already hate Dave Roberts again. Like, it was just 6 months ago, we were talking about how this might be one of the greatest managers in of all time. He's 2 World Series champion. About 1.5.
I still think he finally cracked the code of managing a bullpen. I think he now knows how to manage a bullpen really well. I don't have a problem with anything else or how he's managing. I just thought that was funny. I don't like when
that dude puts Kike in twice a week.
Because we're either up by a lot or down by a lot. It's not like he's just doing it for fun.
That's so wild. Oh gosh, he might be doing it for fun. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of position players pitching just because it's done so much. Well, like I said, when it was like once, maybe twice a year, like I was a huge let Pablo pitch, truther because it was funny. It was literally once a year, and whatever. So I'm not a fan of how it is now when it's so much all the time. But it was a little entertaining when he struck out Christian Koss on that actual fastball. So,
and I don't think Roberts is a fan of that. Like they asked him last time because he tried to do that to the Padres, try to sneak a fastball in there, but he just missed. And he's like, yeah, I saw the velocity. He's like, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm like, all right, well, let him have a little fun out there. But
yeah, I mean, like, what's going to happen? He's going to go on the injured list. You're going to be missing Kike in the lineup, bobbling balls in the outfield. What are we doing here? You want him for the clubhouse. If he's on the injured list, you get to take a spot with a real bat.
Kike has to have Tommy John surgery because he. Hey, if he has to have Tommy John surgery because he's pitching in, then we really have a curse on our pitching. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Gosh, that's.
But yeah, man, Shohei coming back, awesome, dude. Like we haven't seen him pitch. So it's really, really awesome. Like finally, even if it's one inning, he's finally going to take them out at Dodger Stadium, and that's really going to be really special, man.
And what's up with Conforto actually getting hits? He got a double in game 2, but that's
you know what it is. It's he does just enough, right? Like the Roberts' tank of like, oh, how much I can take of him is like almost at the bottom, and then he gets one hit, and he's like, you know what? I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to throw him out there a whole nother week, and then it's just a tease. So, I mean, we won today without him. I don't know if he was in there yesterday. I don't remember, but
he was. That was the day he hit the double. But yes,
Shohei
pitching. What realistically is he going to be? I mean, it's still pretty early, but is it going to be like a 6-day type thing, or is it a 5th day until he starts building up a little bit?
It does worry me though, because I feel like they're appeasing him, and you can tell because we talked about it last time when they interviewed him, and he's like, "Oh, well, you can ask Friedman about that when I'm coming back," kind of thing. And it's like,
right?
Oh, this guy wants to come back already. And Roberts even said he'd feel a little antsy. So now I have to worry about his arm on the mound, and when he's hitting. So it's gonna be like a worried parent, like just hoping he gets out of it healthy every time.
Right.
But he's awesome, and he's a violent pitcher, man. He throws hard, so just hoping he can stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, 6-man rotation would be perfect if everybody was healthy. I don't know if they can afford it right now.
Yeah, no, I get it. Makes sense. Man. Well, one thing that we didn't even mention, Dave. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. I saw your meme. I was not a fan. I saw the meme of Casey Smith with Yamamoto in his hands.
Yes.
I mean, say, my blood did boil a little bit.
Well, here's the thing.
Not a fan.
I was at the game, right? As I took my dad to the game for Father's Day. Me, my son, my wife, my stepmom, we were all there, right? And I started making the meme during the at-bat because I was like, ooh, if he gets a hit and an RBI, this is going to for sure make sense. This is going to be awesome. If I do it right away, I'm just going to have it. I'm going to have it ready. And then walk just the bases loaded. But then it took him out of the game. I said, it still works. I'm going to still do it. So I was actually hoping for a little bit more. But
I tweeted back. I'm like, this isn't going to age well. And you're like, at least for 24 hours it will.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And
it's pretty much all it lasted.
It aged terribly because of what is it, Roop? Roop let you down completely, so it was much worse than what Yamamoto did.
Still is the father because he hit a grand slam the next day.
I mean, then Pajes is the daddy of Walker then because he got the go-ahead 2-run shot off of him.
Well, yeah, Walker's going through some troubles right now. Let's leave Ryan Walker alone.
He's fallen pretty far, huh? He went from a closer to what? 6th
I don't know he's just not controlling. Now he's giving up hard. I mean, before, even when he first started struggling, he just couldn't find the zone. Walking guys and not even a lot of hard contact, a lot of bloop hits, but a lot of walks and just wasn't getting outs. But now he's starting to give up loud contact. It's almost like going the other way. So Ryan Walker's going to turn around, just not this series, apparently.
All right. Who do you guys got next?
Man, I actually don't know who we're playing tomorrow, which is kind of crazy. But I know that the Red Sox are coming in a couple series.
Yeah, I think next Friday, right?
Yeah, it's a homestand with Cleveland, then Boston. So Boston, it's going to be pretty wild. And then it's a pretty long homestand. Then it's Miami, and then we go on the road for Chicago White Sox. That's pretty nice. Then Arizona, then Athletics. So
where were you when you heard the trade?
Okay, so I was at my place of work.
Okay.
right? I work
Yeah.
I work at a customer service shop, meats department, right? Father's Day, a lot of business, so I'm going crazy. It slipped my mind that the game was at 4 today. I missed the first pitch. Bad luck. That's why we lost the game today. And then all of a sudden, I get a text from my buddy Tyler, and he says, "Devers, fuck you." And I said, "What?" And then I checked Twitter, and it's Jeff Passan. Check the noties, and that's him letting me know that Rafael Devers is coming to town. So I don't know how many times we've talked about potential trade candidates, and seriously, we did these last couple weeks. Rafael Devers would have been like we didn't even mention Rafael Devers because there's no way we would have thought that was possible.
Well, when the drama was going on at first, we
Right.
said it jokingly.
That's
like,
true.
Hey, we're like,
That
hey,
is true.
go get him, dude. Like they don't want him. There you go. There's your
Right.
guy. And a couple months later, there it is.
The problem was, well, actually, the first time that he started having little rifts with Boston was just because he didn't. They wanted him to get guys at the trade deadline, and he was like, "Hey, we need some help. We need some help." And it was like, "Oh, he's disgruntled. Giants should just put him at first, because we had Matt Chapman." And the second time, he's mad that he's not playing third. So I was like, "Oh, that's not going to work for us. We got the best defensive third baseman maybe of all time at third base, and his backup Casey Schmidt is like a mini, like we got Matt Chapman at home. Casey Schmidt. That's exactly who Casey Schmidt is.
Matt Chapman light.
Exactly, Matt Chapman light. So third base is kind of shut off right now. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to be cool with playing first or just DHing. Either way, if he's happy at one of those other two positions, I could care less. I don't care if he's a DH. If he wants to try some first base work, cool. But if he just wants to be Mr. DH, Rafi Devers, I love it. I'm gonna have to get two jerseys. I've had a set plan ever since the Giants signed Willie Adames. I was gonna get matching City Connect jerseys with me and my son Willie Adames. It was gonna be a good time, but now I feel like I got to get Devers too.
When I first saw it, I'm in a group chat with some Dodger fans, and they were like, "Is this real? Is this real?" I'm like, and so I looked up who tweeted it. It was Robert Murray. I'm like, yeah, this guy is as credible as they come. Like it is real. There's no way. And they said, well, he could have got hacked, and I'm like, no, dude, like this is real. Like, come on, like it's not
right.
And I don't know if I wasn't shocked enough, or if I wasn't like I know the quality of player that Rafi is, but it's like
Right.
I'm pretty confident in the Dodgers. I think if anybody should be worried, it should be the Padres.
Right, for sure.
Right, because this seems like a move right up the Padres' alley, like a big move that no one sees coming for a big star. And so to me, it's like, what does AJ Preller do now? Like, what's the response to this? Because he's going to do something. And the Giants have pitching. If they can figure out their bullpen, now they have a star hitter that they desperately needed. So the division just got tighter, at least for second place. So if I was them, I'd be more worried about them than the Giants than the Dodgers.
Honestly, I mean, I think that's the move. There might be a minor upgrade closer to the trade deadline if they really want to go all in. You can maybe upgrade left field, but other than that, I don't really know where else you can upgrade that you can actually make a move. Like, yeah, there's better catchers out there offensively than Patrick Bailey, but they're not going to move off Patrick Bailey. They're not going to move off Matt Chapman or Willie Adames. They can't. Maybe second base if you want to move off of Fitzgerald and you can flip him somehow. But at the same time, Fitzgerald might lose his job to Casey Schmidt, who's hit 2 grand slams this last series. I'm not sure if you heard, but he hit 2 grand slams this last series. Very legit,
apparently, right?
Yeah, it was really big grand slams that made both games very close games. So
still up the series, so it's cool.
But then like Jung Hoo Lee, that's one of your stars. Ramos, that's one of your stars. Like this lineup is starting to look pretty good. I mean, if Eldridge is that dude, I mean, I feel like it's kind of crazy too, just because I can't remember the last time the Giants made like a legit splashy move. I guess was Chris Bryant, but that was the last year of a contract. I mean, when they traded, for Jeff Kent, maybe that might have been like the last time that was like generational talent trade.
Yeah.
So what a time to be. I mean, they did the Carl thing, but that's also 1 year. You know what I mean? Like
I do think it's weird that they lucraed this deal. Like the Red Sox did not call anybody that did not shop them around. You know,
they had to have, though. I mean that's going to be the conception just because they.
But it's Devers, dude. It's Devers. Like if he's made available, you think that the Padres, even the Dodgers would just to check in, just because it's a star, right? Like
maybe they did.
There's no way.
Like, let's not pretend. Yeah, Jordan Hicks is a throw-in. Let's be honest, because his value is down. And I'm a Jordan Hicks fan. I was a Jordan Hicks truther for a minute. He lost his position. It is what it is. I'm really bummed. And I'm bummed that he's not going to be there next year to try to prove himself again. But Kye Harrison was the top pitching prospect in all of baseball just a couple years ago. This guy has a lot of talent and a lot of upside.
Do not try to sell this as a fair trade. Do not try to sell this.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is it's also not like a giveaway. Like, let's not pretend.
It's a salary dump, dude. They could have easily gotten better prospects.
James Tibbs was the Giants' first-round pick this last year, a top 100 prospect, or should be a top 100 prospect, and is killing it. Yes, it's
look
early.
Look what the Padres gave up for Juan Soto. Look what the Padres gave for
But Juan Soto wasn't paid yet. And he had like 4 years of control.
But a half a season, it wasn't paid. Sure, but like this guy, they should have gotten a lot more, I would think. It's just the fact that it was a salary
I agree.
dump. If
when I saw the trade,
Giants paid money,
right?
They would have probably a different looking deal.
Yeah, I feel like if we were going to trade from our pitching depth, it was going to be from one of four guys. Carson Whisenhunt, top prospect, who's killing it in AAA right now. Hayden Birdsong looks like he could be like a solid number 2 or 3 in the rotation. Landon Roop or Kye Harrison. And if it was the pick out of the 4, it might have been either Landon Roop or Kye Harrison, because
because you're not as high as them. Sure. So that was there you go. Right. You're making my point that the deal doesn't look good for them.
But I also don't want to make it seem like they're scrub. They're like legit prospects. They're a lot of years of control.
But for a guy like Rafael Dvers, dude, like you came out like looking good.
That's what I'm saying. When I saw the trade, I was like, dude, like if someone would have done that as a mock trade, I would have tweeted it and been like, I would do this 10, every single day of the week. The same thing that I did when it was real. I would do this every day of the week, and Boston fans are pissed. I mean, this is another thing too. I was like, I looked at the deal because I was like, oh, I know it's one of those long-term deals. Let's see how close to 40 it is. And he's only going through his age 36 season, which is not the best, but at the same time, all these deals, Mookie's to age 40, Trey Turner's to 40, Xander Bogaerts is to age 40, Aaron Judge is to age 40, Shohei Ohtani's to age 40. This guy's to 36 and in his age 28 season. Like you can't, I don't know. This is
he's
a dream scenario.
He's going to be Panda by age freaking 33.
Listen, if he's a DH, I don't care if he's 300 pounds, as long as he's hitting 30 home runs with a.
You say that
900
now,
OPS. Dude. 900 OPS. I don't care how fat he gets. I've always been the fatter. I've always been on the fat Panda kick. When Panda was fat, he hit. When he lost weight is when he would slump. So, miss me with that.
All right. I mean, yeah. I just think like they could probably have gotten a better return somewhere else. So.
They could have got a better return with the Giants.
It feels like, I don't know how it didn't start and end with Eldridge. I don't understand how, like, at least maybe we'll get the details later. Maybe they did ask for him and they're like, no, he's just untouchable.
I'll be honest with you. If they were like Eldridge for Devers straight up, because Devers is still in his prime and is locked up for a long time, I'd do that.
And the other guy's a suspect. Like you're a suspect until proven otherwise because you're a prospect. You haven't done anything. He's a champion. He's already done it. Like,
dude, age 20, killing it not killing in AAA. He's actually starting to struggle, but he's showing his real live power. Like, this is a prospect that you do want to hang on to, unless it's for like a guy like Devers, who has a lot of years of control. He's not making $40 million a year. It's like, I think the average is like 28. I think I saw. So I don't know, dude. I would do it if it was Eldridge for Devers straight up. I would do it for sure.
You know what's funny? It's like nobody cries when stuff like this happens, and the Red Sox had enough money to pay Devers, right, and go out and make the team better and do everything that.
I think it was more disgruntled than a salary dump.
But that's my point. Like nobody bats an eye when they're like, we're just gonna get rid of him and salary dump him. This guy's a star. This guy's a game changer. Nobody bats an eye when teams do that. But if somebody like the Dodgers would have picked him up, like, oh, that's unfair. That's unfair. Why are they doing that?
Well,
you know what I mean? So,
well, you know why? I mean, when the Dodgers did that for Mookie Betts, everyone was on the same page. Is when they started. Then they got Freddie Freeman, and it's like, come on, dude. And then it's like Shohei Ohtani. And it's like, come on, dude. When a team who's in a race gets a star player, it's a big thing. But when you have 4 to 5 like legit MVPs. That's when
I'm talking more of the competitive side from the Red Sox. Like their fans were riding high. They just swept their rivals. Yeah. And he even just said, he's like,
he had a big home run in that last game.
Yeah, and he had an interview where he was like, hey, we're playing good, but we can play even better. And the Red Sox are like, nah, dude, thank you, but nah, like
no, we can't. And you're like, leaving.
Like we're still mad. So fuck it. We're gonna get whatever they give us and you're out. Get out of here. Like, I don't know. That's shitty to me. Yeah. You guys got the better end of it. That's fine. But I'm saying, like, that's pretty shitty from that organization.
One thing I will say is I want to put my stake in the ground now, and I want to make sure we're on the same page on something. I was on Devers' side when the Bregman stuff came out. So don't try to pin on me. Oh, it's because they traded for him. You're picking Devers' side, all right? Because when they signed Bregman and that whole thing, they were like, Bregman might move to third instead of, when they signed him, I think it was the rumor was he was going to go to second. And when they're like, oh, well, they're just going to make Devers go to first. And Devers like, I play third. I don't know what you're talking about. I play third. I was like, that's kind of shot that your star dude, you sign someone in his position. You sign someone in his position. Don't tell him. And then you're like, I want to move you positions. I mean, granted, he probably should have been like a team player and been like, all right, I'm going to go to first base. All right, I mean, it's one thing to be weird about DH. I get it because there is a stigma with DH, and if you have aspirations for like MVPs and stuff, it's really hard to win an MVP if you're a DH. Don't bring it up. All right, we get it. Shohei is the best. We get it. You don't have to say it. But it's really hard to. So I can understand why you're disgruntled there. But when he said, "I won't play first base for you," that does leave a bad taste in my mouth. But at the same time, when you're doing that guy dirty. It's kind of fair game, a little bit.
I just feel like this would never happen to a Mike Trout or a Shohei, or like they wouldn't necessarily like look how long it took for Mike Trout to move positions. Like he was just adamant, I'm not going to move. I'm a center fielder until finally his body started giving out, and he's like, all right, I'll move to. So you do that to your you do that to your star. He's not a great third baseman. I understand that, but the disrespect started early. And it just never really stopped. And when he clapped back, it was like, well, you're a shitty teammate. Like, well, it could be both things, Yeah. He could have tried, but so could have they. They could have also tried with him. And it just seems like they weren't going to see eye to eye. And eventually, this is what it led to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, I mean, I guess we should talk a little bit about what they gave up. I mean, we talked a little bit about it. Jordan Hicks, Kye Harrison. But Tibbs was their first round
nobody
pick.
Cares. Nobody cares, man. You got Devers.
I was pretty excited. Oh, no.
Even 100%, even the Red Sox, like they just put Harrison in the minors. Like you get a like we just traded our star player. We'll give you a big fuck you to the fans, and then the guy that we got, he's going to the minors. You're not even going to see him. The best part of the trade.
One small note: Kye Harrison at his best was his first, I think. Couple starts when he was first called up at the end of 2023. Yeah, at the end of 2023. And his pitching coach at the time is now the pitching coach of the Boston Red Sox. So they're reunited. And apparently,
coach.
Yeah, apparently the Giants tried to trade for Devers. This isn't the first time they tried to trade for Devers. I think it was Susan Celeste reported that. So this has kind of been in the works for a long time. They were bugging for him. So it is really encouraging that Buster Posey is that he's that dude. It was always these last 4 years, even in the 2021 year, like, yes, they traded for Chris Bryant, but at the same time, it felt like it was kind of forced upon them. They literally had the best record in baseball. They waited literally to like the buzzer beater to make the trade because Farham just didn't want to do like trades like that. So for them to actually do like a big blockbuster move like this is shocking, extremely encouraging from the first year of a president of baseball operations, Buster Posey. And you feel, this is going to sound really dumb, but you feel like a legit team again. When you're in Farhan mode and you're in just in dumpster diver mode all the time, and you've been the middest team, for 3 years in a row, man, it's really refreshing. So,
I mean, I think they were going to be. They seemed like they were close to being a playoff team, regardless. Especially with all the other teams in the NL that were struggling. So, this probably solidifies them. Maybe if they can stay healthy, but it should be a fun race now. The wild card race should be fun. Like now, the Giants are there for sure. Padres should be there. Diamondbacks, if they can, get some pitching.
Get hot. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good race down there. And at the end of the year, I guess we play each other, so those games might mean something. Could be fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we end the season against you guys. So hopefully the division's locked up by then. But if not, it could be
wow. September. So we play. So I'm actually going to go to a couple games in San Francisco in the middle of July. It's the 11th and 12th and 13th. They're playing at Oracle. So there's those. But then they don't play each other all the way till September. And they play each other like almost back to back. It's September 12th through the 14th. Then we play Arizona. Then we're back to you guys at home. Man, we should definitely go to those games. At least one. It's a 4-game series there. So we're going to have to do something, Dave. Gonna have to make it work.
All right. We'll see. I mean, I know you're super excited, but I don't know why you're so excited to finish second. Like, I guess whatever makes you happy.
All we need is a ticket to the dance. And then, Devers in that lineup. Matt Chatty's back. Patrick Bailey's even stealing more strikes from you, crying. Oh my gosh!
I just want to know.
Tweets we're gonna have with Patrick Bailey, frame extraordinaire. Pa.
Oh, hey, real quick. All time Dodgers and Giants in the playoffs. What's the record
at the moment?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
There's a lot of math involved there.
Them's the facts. So until then, I got bragging rights, and we'll see if you even make it to the dance.
It's only by 1 game, so you know what? We're gonna make it to the dance, and we're gonna set it straight.
Let's put up that message there from Norm Lee, because I saw him write it earlier, and so he says that is one ugly contract the Giants coupled with Adames. It's sinking itself with 2 bad mega contracts. Devers is basically a DH. Very short-sighted trade. Thoughts?
Completely disagree, Normally. I'm going to show you some respect, Normally, because I got so much love for you. You come and you hang out with us. You're the man. But at the same time, Norm, I can't back this because
hey man,
Devers.
Half of that tweet is already right, or half of that message is already right. Adames has not looked great so far. So far. We're so early into this contract, and we all know he's only going to get younger. Hey, we all know he's only going to get younger.
Listen. He's not going to live forever. But with advances in modern science and his high-level income, it's not crazy to think he can't live to be 200, maybe 300. All right? So he could be getting younger. You never know.
A Step Brothers reference? That is crazy.
That's Talladega Nights reference. Come on, kid.
Oh, they're all the same.
They're all the same. All the Will Ferrell movies.
It's in the same universe.
Oh, gosh. I just don't think that it's that ugly of a contract. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, this is one of the best power hitters in baseball. He's 28 years old right now, and he's signed to age 36. If you're going to talk about bad contracts, you have Freddie Freeman past 36. You have Mookie Betts like to 40, and you have Shohei to 40. So, I mean,
all those guys already won a championship, so it's already paid off. You know what I mean?
100%.
So if he does that, then it could work. But until then,
that's not the only way. There's no if he is good.
You play to win, all right? Yeah. If you ain't first, you're last.
There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do. All right. If he does his job, it's worth it. But that is true. I mean, Barry Zito was one of like the worst contracts in Giants. Like everyone hated that contract and all that kind of stuff. 2 starts in the 2012 playoffs. All of a sudden, everyone loves Barry Zito, which I back. So now we love Barry Zito forever. So
yeah, all right.
Yeah, I get it. Makes sense. A lot of sense. I get it.
Hey, so what's bigger, Shohei pitching or some disgruntled dude getting traded? It's crazy. You could never take the shine away from the Dodgers, no matter what. Made the biggest trade of the
really. We have the biggest trade.
Here comes Shohei. He's like, don't worry, man. I'm just gonna pitch.
It's blockbuster trade where the whole sports world. The whole sports world is
Nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares. They want to see Shohei pitch.
And we're talking about Shohei throwing 1 inning.
Does anybody even care when Devers plays? Everybody's gonna be talking tomorrow.
We're talking 1 inning where he might get shelled, and that's a bigger story than Rafael Devers. Come on,
he might get shelled. Man. He might strike all 3.
Come on, man.
3 innings, and look at the media coverage tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. Nobody's even gonna remember that Devers has a press conference. There's gonna be like one guy there asking questions.
Honestly, now that Devers is here, I feel like, because here's the thing: the baseball wants to promote the Dodgers Padres as the big rivalry right now. I think the Giants are showing that they're the legit rivalry team. So, and making moves like this means that you're inching closer to it. You're becoming more relevant. They haven't been relevant in 4 years, and now they're showing they're going to do some stuff. So
the Giants being good is good for baseball. It sucks for us Dodger fans because we hate them. I don't want any.
Oh, inject that in my veins.
I don't want anything good to happen to them or for them. But having good matches versus the Dodgers, that's prime time, baby. That's like you need that, and we've been missing that for a while. It's those games haven't been entertaining in the last couple of years. So hopefully this changes it a little bit, and we get some good games going.
And I know it's not entertaining because let me tell you why. I would go to those games, and it sucks to spend money to go see your team get their ass swept at a road stadium. So, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you got a perfect day on Friday. You, your dad, your son, and your girl. You saw them win, so you should be happy. You got your day, and then the Giants.
Get my day.
That's it. That's it.
I did get my day, and I did get Rafael Devers. So technically, I got 2 days. I got the COVID, and the Giants lost the series today, but he still can't bring me down. Rafael Devers is a Giant, and apparently he's a Willie Adames guy. They're all friends, so Willie Adames is going to convince him to play first base, and he's just going to be
the guy leading your team in errors is going to tell the other guy to go play a position he's never played. Yeah, that should work out well. Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point, actually. Whatever, DH, who cares? I don't care. If he hits 30 home runs, could care less. Could care less if he's a DH. Right.
But I think that's it for now, right?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out on the emergency pod.
The best thing that happened, Shohei's pitching. I think we hit it all.
Is the opener for the Rafael Devers trade for being the more better news. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will be back later this week to talk. I guess we won't be breaking down the Dodgers series because we already did it. So we're just going to talk about Cleveland and the Padres. I mean, it's still a pretty big series. I would love it if, I guess I'm just Googling ways both teams can lose at this point because we're only the Padres are 1 game behind us. So
you should be rooting for the Dodgers to take care of business.
No, I guess technically I want the Padres to win the series, but I still want them to lose a game because I don't want them to sweep, and then we would have to sweep, or else they're gonna.
How about you worry about the Guardians, dude? How about that?
I am gonna worry about the Guardians, but we're also talking about this. And you know what? It does suck that that Robbie Ray and Hayden Burnside didn't pitch. I mean, yeah, that's a good 1-2-3 punch, but yeah, I think they're set up to have a good series against Cleveland because it's going to be Ray. I'm guessing Justin Verlander, and then Hayden Birdsong. So, gosh, I always thought that Cleveland always had really good pitching, but it looks like they got pitching coming up. You never know who the guys are. So
yeah.
So who knows?
Well, good luck with that. Hopefully you guys get swept, and we got a good lead.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So,
But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out today. I know it was an emergency one, so if you happen to hop on here, thank you for coming on. But don't forget to follow us on
yes,
what is it? Twitter, X,
Twitter, X, Benches Cleared P, Instagram, Benches Cleared Podcast, and TikTok, Benches Cleared. Also, while you're here, you're watching it, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We're getting closer to a 1,000 subscribers. We're climbing a little slow, but if you help us get up to 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna do a giveaway. We might do like a package. I came up on some of those cutoff one of those cutoff pride jerseys. Someone just left it on the floor. So maybe we'll include that in the giveaway. Like, maybe I thought that was pretty. Go for it. What you said?
No, go for it. You said it was what?
The cutoff pride jerseys. You know, like cutoff sleeves. I thought they looked pretty slick. I was like, I don't think I obviously couldn't wear it because it's a Dodgers jersey. But
there you go. You know what? That's my thing. Next podcast, because they lost the series.
No,
you gotta wear it. Yeah,
I would never agree to that. I'm not wearing a Dodgers jersey for nobody.
That's
for nothing.
Awesome. You gotta wear the pride one.
You gotta wear the pride one
with no sleeves.
Oh.
Even if it's for like 5 minutes, and then you just take it off.
If you want to see the guns, maybe you can just say it.
I think we should pull it, and everybody will be like, "Yeah, he's got to wear it for the next podcast."
No, I can't do it. But we'll include it in the giveaway. So make sure to hit subscribe, like it, tell your friends, tell your moms, tell everybody, tell your dad, tell them Happy Father's Day too. Don't be that guy.
And remember, one last thing. It was Father's Day, so if your favorite team didn't win today, they hate your dad.
Remember, you know what? They've caused my dad a lot of pain, so I would probably agree with that. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys at the end of the week. We're going to be back to our normal day, and we'll see you then.